Hey guys, Brittany Dawn here. So we are going back to Disneyland. I thought I would give you guys a few tips and tricks. We had so much fun last time and we're so excited to go again. The kids had a blast, Paul had a blast, I had a blast, we all had so much fun. So, I'll tell you what, we did not stay on property. We stayed right across the street. So if you haven't stayed off property, you might want to try to stay off property. I haven't stayed on property. I've always stayed off property. It saves you a lot of money and it's just a short walk. Our walk was seriously like I don't know, 2 minutes probably. So it was the one right across the street. So it's Best Western Park Place Inn and Suites. So, and it's literally right across the street. So there's the light, there's the hotel. You just cross that light, that crosswalk, and you're already on the property. As soon as you cross that light, you walk straight into security and then the gate. Seriously guys, 2 minutes. I'm not even playing, 2 minutes. It was like awesome. It had a full breakfast. The rooms were clean. So we had a really awesome time. I won't complain staying off property. We came to the park full and not hungry, so we could just start killing it as soon as we got there. So my second tip would be, let's start with this one as number one. Tip number one is gonna be download the Disneyland app. So if you have a trip coming up, or if you've been thinking about taking a trip, download it anyways, because it's kind of fun to sit there and play with it so you can see wait times and see what you can experience as far as the app goes. A lot of people don't know about the app, which is surprising, but it is amazing. I promise you guys are gonna love it. So download the Disneyland app. It has, like I said, the wait times. You could even click at the top and it'll show you where all the characters are if you want to find the characters. So let's see, what else does it have on there? It has all the show times. It has any like special events as far as parade goes, light shows, any kind of show, any kind of activity, anything that's going on there at the park, you can find it on the Disneyland app. It's awesome. So tip number two is going to be book your dinner or lunch or breakfast reservations 60 days in advance. So the trick here with this one is you cannot just get on there and book 60 days in advance for all the days you're going to be there. So it's 60 days per each day you're going to be there. Let me explain this and break it down. So say we're going on the 18th, okay? So when that day hits exactly 60 days until the 18th, I could book it just for the 18th. So I have to go into the app, click reservations, go down and pick the restaurant that I want and what time that I want and how many people are coming with us. And I can only do it for that day, the 19th. And you could do this at 4 a.m. I know nobody wants to wake up at 4 a.m. I'm kind of crazy. I got up, booked it, so we had everything ready to go. It's worth it, guys, I promise. So get in there at 4 a.m., book your dining reservations. There's going to be time slots that are kind of tricky to get into, but if you really want to eat at a specific place that you've heard so many brags about and so many, you're going to want to book it 60 days in advance. I promise you, you won't be disappointed if you do that. So for this trip, for example, we're going to be eating at the Blue Bayou, which I could not get a reservation for last time, which I'm so excited to go to this time. And that restaurant is actually inside of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, which is awesome. So I've been wanting to eat there for the longest time, and finally we get a chance to go. We're going to be eating at the Wine Country Trattoria, and it is, it's kind of like French and Italian. I don't know. It's different like things. They have wine pairings and stuff. We don't drink, but if you're into wine pairings, they have a whole upstairs that is just for wine pairings. and I heard they have a great imported selection of wines, and I heard the food is awesome. So I am so excited to eat there. We're also gonna eat back at Carnation Cafe because we loved it, guys. It's so cute. It's right on Main Street, USA, and it's cozy and tiny. I've eaten there before when I was little, which they've switched it up a little bit. I think Riverbell Terrace and Carnation Cafe, they've switched since I was younger. So it looked a little bit different to me, but I know for a fact we used to eat at Carnation Cafe and Riverbell. I know we used to eat at Riverbell and Carnation for breakfast sometimes when I used to go with my aunt and my uncle. But it has changed a little bit, but it's so cute and the food was awesome and our waiter was super special and made it magical and fun. And here's another tip real quick that I'll pop in, just an extra. If you can get a dinner reservation for around 4, between 4 and 6, depending on the day, you guys are gonna have to do your work and check out on the calendar what day the parade is gonna go, what time it's gonna go by on that specific day by Carnation Cafe. If you book your reservations right around dinner time and the parade time, if they coincide together, you could sit on that far end and watch the parade while you're eating dinner. It was awesome. We were even down a few tables from where the like fence area was, and we still were able to watch it from there. It was so much fun. And like I said, I had an idea, but it wasn't like completely planned. But I tried to do that again this time and they didn't have any openings. So I think some people caught on to that idea. It was fun. It was awesome. So if you can, do that. Tip number 3 is have a plan, but don't have a plan, if that makes sense. So kind of get a layout of DCA and Disneyland together if you're going to be park hopping like we are. Kind of know the layout and how it flows, so you know, okay, well, we're going this way anyways, because you cannot book it to the T, because on the app, which I'm going to jump into next, they have Maxpass. So that's going to go back to tip number 4 together. So tip number 4 is to download Maxpass. So what was tip number 3? Have a plan, but don't have a plan. Because Maxpass, you have to see what they have open as far as fast passes are available, so that you can decide where you're going to go. So sometimes they'll have an opening in DCA at the time that you want. Sometimes they'll have an opening in Disneyland. So you kind of just got to bounce back and forth. It's super easy to bounce back and forth, guys, in Disneyland. That's what I love about it, because you can just walk, and it's not a long walk. You just go into California Adventure and pop over to Disneyland. You can go back and forth all day, and it's so much fun. So Maxpass is only $15 per day per person. So again, it is an extra cost. Is it worth it? Absolutely. So that's something you guys would have to add into your budget to see if that could, fit into your guys' family budget. But I'm going to give it a 10. I'm so going to give it a 10, because without it, I don't think I could go without it now. Because
no way.
Once you've experienced how easy it is and how much it helps your guys' trip, you're never going to want to not have Maxpass again. You don't have to run to all the queues to get your FastPass tickets anymore. That takes up so much time. I don't know if you guys remember this, but you always have a family runner, and they take all your guys' card tickets and they run for you while you're in a line to get for a ride. They go and run and get all the fast passes, and then they meet you back in line. You don't have to do that anymore. You could do it all from your phone. It's super simple, super easy, and it's only $15 per person per day. And we knocked out 13 rides in a day.
But we could have even worked it even better.
We could have worked it even better. Once we figured out the whole system, we figured it out. We could have worked it better than we did. So what the mistake that we made with Maxpass was, so I was just booking it per after we scan. you can book it as soon as that time comes up. So say I booked a fast pass for 1 o'clock for Space Mountain. Say I booked a fast pass for 1 o'clock for Space Mountain. And 1 o'clock comes, we don't get to the ride until 1:30. I don't have to wait to scan it, because usually you get about an hour window to get there before you could scan it. You don't have to wait until they scan it. All you have to wait for is till that time comes up, and you can go ahead and book another one. So I was waiting until I actually scanned it to go in, like the paper ones that we used to use. You don't have to do that anymore. You could go faster with Maxpass, which is so much fun.
Stack them up.
Yeah, just keep stacking them. So what we did was, you book a fast pass on Maxpass, Maxpass and Maxpass, you book it on there. Then you go and ride a ride until your fast pass is up. Then you go to that ride. It helps you so much. That's why I say have a plan, but don't have a plan, because you just kind of got to flow with it. You got to flow with what's open and just go. So
look at the wait times on
your
app for all of it.
Everything. So look at all the wait times, use your app, and just work it. And I promise you guys won't be disappointed. I am like watching all these people stand in these long lines.
And pay attention to who has their early mornings and all that, and DCA is usually always open. So make sure you guys pay attention to that stuff too, because when everybody's going to one park, you should go to the other park.
Yeah, because they have magic mornings every morning for people that stay on property. But it differs on the days. And then you have your one early magic. So there's this extra magic hour, and you get with 3 or more days of stay park tickets, you get 1 early magic morning. So let me explain that. He kind of jumped ahead of me. That was my...
Sorry, I stole her thunder.
That was my next... Why are you trying to steal my thunder, dude?
I'm trying to make her videos fun, so that way there's interaction and like a little funny, like husband-wife funnies, right?
Yeah, I know.
Interruptions.
I don't care.
Goofy stuff.
She's trying to steal my thunder. Anyways, so you get...
I'm the one that taught her about the time thing.
Yeah, he did. He did, because I was like, what the heck?
She was doing the whole thing the whole time, and then I was looking at her and said, hey, we could stack these up even more.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh, because like I said, I was used to doing the paper fast pass, and
it says on there.
And yes,
I can only book 2.
I totally did my homework before we went, and I still didn't know that you could keep like stacking it.
I don't think anybody wants anybody to know about that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, man, should I share my secrets? But I love you guys, so I'm gonna share them with you. So, and I want you guys to go to Disneyland, because you guys will have so much fun with your family. So we did tip number 1, tip number 2, 3, and 4.
Sorry.
And now tip number 5 was going to be to, stack up your Maxpass. Use your Maxpass to the fullest, and that's with stacking up your Maxpasses. And so we just went over that. So go ahead and click where you want to go. So you're going to go into your app, click Disneyland or DCA, whichever one you're going to visit that day. And then click your ride that you want to visit and select the time, and then go ride another ride, and then book your other fast pass once you get into that. Like, keep going. You guys are going to love Maxpass, I promise you. People are like, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know. It's so worth it. Do you think it's worth it, babe? Like, did you like Maxpass?
Yeah, and at first I was like, well, it's kind of expensive. And then after we didn't realize we get all the photos for free. If you see characters and they have a person doing photos, or in front of the castle they have the photo people, or people just with cameras, the staff with cameras, Disneyland staff,
the photographers,
they scan your thing, and then you're able to get all your photos for free. So then you could print them out, or you could save them on your phone, you could share them on Facebook, share all your memories, share with your family so everybody has it on their phone.
And I'll show you guys some pictures up here of what those look like. So what he was saying is, so every time you see a Disneyland photographer, you'll see them have their camera around their neck and they have a badge. Any photo opportunity that you see one of those photographers, you could get your picture taken. They scan the little code on your Maxpass. You get those for free, guys. You don't have to pay for those anymore. All the pictures they take of you on the rides, you don't have to pay for them. If you bought Maxpass, you get every single photo for free. You don't have to pay any extra. So for $15 a day, it's worth it because you get to skip all the lines.
You're not standing forever.
You don't have to stand there and wait. I think the longest time we waited was 10 minutes. Am I right?
Maybe, no, because...
With Maxpass.
Well, yeah, with Maxpass, no, with Maxpass, probably not even 10
Not
minutes.
even?
The only one we waited long on was Roger Rabbit because they were screwing up the Maxpass line.
Yeah, so we had
And
a Maxpass for that ride, and we still ended up waiting forever.
There was no Fast Pass or Maxpass for Mater, but that wasn't a
Fast Pass ticket, yeah.
But the longest we waited in general for the whole thing, even without Maxpass, was like 20 or 30 minutes.
At tops, and that was without it. With it, I don't think we waited longer than 10 minutes.
10 minutes, if that.
I'll just say 10 minutes, but I know for sure we did not wait longer than 10 minutes. If you can knock out 13 rides or more per day,
you're not waiting around. You're getting all of the park done. You're having fun, and then you get time to eat. So you're not rushing around.
Yeah, you're not rushing trying to get to that ride.
It saves you so much more time to do other stuff.
So let me tell you about tip number 6. Book your Radiator Springs Racers Maxpass on early magic morning. If you don't go to your early magic morning, you're not going to get on that ride. Unless you want to wait 2 hours in line to get on it. So once you buy a 3-day ticket to Disneyland or DCA, you get 1 early magic morning. And that means you get an hour before the park opens to go inside. So you get to go in an hour early before it opens. So use that. Definitely use that. Do not let that slip you by and sleep in, guys, because I'm telling you, you're going to want to use it, because if you don't use that time to book Radiator Springs Racers, you're not going to ride that ride. And it's awesome. That was one of my favorite rides. I'm not like over exaggerating. It's so amazing. Like the job they did on that ride it's spectacular. It's one of the best rides ever. But for it being new, it's awesome. Like the money they spent on that was so worth it, because it's awesome, guys. I promise you, it's so much fun. So use that to book that, because it's crazy how long you're gonna have to wait if you don't. So with that in mind, so your magic morning that you're gonna get, if you get the 3-day ticket, if you don't, then you don't. Who cares? But to me, go ahead and do the 3 days so you can get that extra hour. It's worth it, because we got that booked and we got on a couple rides before the park even opened. So that already gave us 3 rides before everybody else started coming in. So tip number, is it 7? I think it's 7. Let's just keep rolling anyways. So tip number 7, I think. Another tip, another pro tip. So the next tip will be whatever day, my husband kind of already mentioned this. So the people that are on property, they get to go an hour early every day. So if that's something that you think is going to be worth it for you and your family, I would definitely go ahead and stay on property so you could do that extra hour every day. To us, it wasn't that important, since we know how to work the Maxpass now. We could just kill it anyways. But if you guys would like that extra hour, I would say go ahead and do it. But here's the kicker with that one. Us regulars that are not on property, that are off property, those who are staying on property and get in an hour early every day, you're going to want to go to the opposite park. So say everyone, it has it online, guys. Once you download the app, you'll be able to see which park they get in an hour early to. Whatever park they're in early to, you're going to want to go into the opposite park. So if they're in Disneyland that day early for their early magic morning, you're going to want to go to DCA that morning. If they're in DCA that morning, you're going to want to go to Disneyland. So avoid all that cluster that's going to be there from that early magic morning, and go to the other side, guys. There's going to be nobody there. So trust me on this, go to the opposite park. So another tip, you cannot take everybody's ticket and try to scan it and get in so that you could book it on Maxpass. If your whole party doesn't scan their ticket at the gate and come in with you, you cannot book a fast pass for all of them on Maxpass. They have to actually be with you, scan their ticket, and you could book it. So let me tell you why I know this. I went in, everyone was still finishing breakfast. I hurried up, swallowed my food, I tried to cheat. I ran across the street, ran into the park, speed walking all fast, flying by everybody, scanned my ticket, walked in, and thought that I could still go in and book everybody else's fast pass for them because I wanted to get on Radiator Springs Racer, so I rushed my butt over there to scan it. No, I could book my ticket for that ride, but I can't book everybody else's until the scan actually goes through. So yeah, don't try to cheat like I did because it doesn't work out very well. Let's see, do I have any other tips for you guys? I think that's it, guys. Oh, no, it's not it. So my next tip is book through a travel agent. Book through a Disney travel agent. If you have never tried it and you're scared, guys, it's free to use a Disney travel agent. Disney pays them. You don't have to pay a dime extra. And the great thing about using a travel agent, you don't have to worry about doing all the details, guys. You don't have to call the hotel. You don't have to do... They do it all for you.
If you have a good one.
If you have a good one. Like, find a good one. I recommend Kim Bush from Mouse Travel. And, yeah. So, shout out to Kim Bush with Mouse Travel. Check her out, guys. She's on Facebook also. Just go to Mouse Travel and you'll find her. Her name's Kim Bush and she's awesome. So... use a travel agent. They take care of it all. And the cool thing about a travel agent is they're able to apply any promo codes that they get to your package. So like our last trip, she was able to take like $300 and something off our trip.
Pretty much we got our Disney Express for free.
Yeah, our Express thing was free because of that.
And our insurance.
Yeah, so that pretty much covered that amount because she was able to take that $300 off with a promo code.
Sometimes they get them, sometimes they don't.
And trust me, guys, I've tried to book it separately and it's more expensive. I like to save money if we can, so I tried it like 6 different ways with 6 different things, different hotels. I've tried it all, and
we've tried it through our Dream Trips
membership.
And it's supposed to be cheaper,
and it wasn't because you have to have 2 rooms. It was a mess, and I just rather wouldn't have to deal with the problems. Book through a travel agent. It's going to be so much easier, and it's less weight on you guys. You guys can enjoy your trip better. Do you have any other tips that I'm missing?
Do your research for food.
Yeah.
And plan your meals, even for the little stands on the sides of the.
That's the one I needed. Good job, babe.
Some of the food is not that much for your money, so you're gonna want to make sure you feed your little monsters before they turn evil on you, because ours were turning evil on us.
The kids needed like sugar lifts here and there, and they're starting to turn. You just seen their faces turn. We were like, oh my gosh, we need to feed them.
Because they were not like. It didn't even look like they were having fun because they were so...
They're hungry.
You know how kids are. Can I have a snack every 5 minutes?
We're like, no, we're on a mission. Shut up. So we ate at Bengal Barbecue.
Which was not... It was good.
It was good.
Some of the meat was kind of tough. It was good.
It wasn't consistent cooking grill because it's on the grill. So it wasn't consistent throughout because it's little pieces. It was
on skewers.
The sauce is the bomb. That sauce they used.
The drinks were good.
And the drinks were amazing. Like
maybe
the piranha.
We need to look at their menu better. I don't know.
And yeah, we didn't get the take your tail popper thing, but I heard that's really good. But definitely, if you're starving, don't eat at Bengal Barbecue because you're gonna spend a lot, and you're gonna be hungry still by the time you're done.
They had a little shop of burritos and turkey legs. It was okay. And then the restaurants, all the restaurants were pretty good except for the one you got sick at.
Yeah, except for Lamplight Lounge. Don't go to Lamplight Lounge, guys. I got sick there. And I have a really sensitive stomach, and I'm really picky. And it tasted pretty good, the ratatouille did, but no. Ugh, that brings back memories. Anyways, here's my other tip. If you're going to the tiki place to get a Dole Whip, I still see people standing outside. Why are they waiting in that long old line? It's ridiculous. They do mobile orders now on Maxpass. That's only if you have Maxpass, guys. Mobile ordering is a lifesaver. There's still lines and lines of people.
So the pass is for not only just the lines, it's for the food.
So yeah, that's
use
another one. Use it.
Don't waste your money. Use everything.
Because then you can order your food, guys, and it takes like 5-10 minutes, and you go to the window and pick it up.
If you're not tech savvy, learn how to use it before you go.
Definitely.
Like, do some research, watch some videos.
It's super easy. I was like, oh my gosh, why are all these people waiting in line? There's a lot of other YouTube videos, guys, where they have like races to see whose orders faster, the mobile order or the regular order. Mobile order wins every time. She's already done eating by the time they're still waiting in line. I see all these people waiting in line, and I'm so confused on what is going on and why they're waiting in line, because it's so easy. You just click the place, click what you guys want. Your credit card's already linked to Maxpass. You click order.
Here's the thing. How much is your time worth? Because you're spending all this money going to this crazy place that it's the most expensive day of your life when you go there. It's fun, but it's expensive. And, you know, most dads wear the shirt, they just brought me along to pay for everything or whatever. Most expensive day of my life. It's true, because it's expensive. And if you don't utilize this stuff, like, your time is worth money because you're sitting there waiting for everything. My time's worth a lot. Like, when I have work, I pick and choose which duties I want to do because my time's most valuable in the places where the most money is returned, right? I mean, you want the more bang for your buck, but you want to save, but you want the more bang for your buck. You want to do all these things. I get it. We're on a budget too, but you guys need to be aware of all this stuff and make sure you utilize everything. Everything. I mean, everything. Like from eating somewhere else,
off property,
staying off property, right across the street, going to Walgreens, grabbing some snacks for your fanny packs. Doing all those little things help tremendously, especially when you have little ones and they're always hungry for everything.
Yeah, you're like, get in your fanny pack and get a snack if you're so hungry.
And set a budget so you're not going and spending all kinds of money. Have a budget, know what you can spend, know what you can't spend. Don't put anything on a credit card. I mean, I know a lot of you guys probably use credit cards, but we don't use credit cards, and it was a lot much easier to come back with no stress, no bills, because everything was paid for.
Yeah, it was super nice, guys. And like many of you know, that was our debt-free trip. So it was a blast, guys, not having to worry about that stuff. Take stress off of yourself and have fun. That's why you guys are going. Don't let this tire you guys out. Just let it be a blast. So yeah, like definitely there's cheaper places off property that are just as good, and it's just a short walk. The same thing, like this time our hotel does not come with breakfast. But there's a lot of places right next door. There's Nini's Cafe, there's Village Inn, IHOP, there's McDonald's, there's so many places, guys. There's Captain Kids, there's Downtown Disney, there's so many things, guys. So it's not a big problem to go ahead and walk. So that's a kind of an extra cost we're eating this time around, but we're taking our godson with us. So it's worth it, guys. It's going to be worth it just to go out. It's going to be a little bit more, but the room that we're staying in is way bigger. We're going to be staying at the Courtyard of Marriott, which is down on the end, and it's the theme park entrance, so it has a water park. So it's bye. My husband's leaving. So it's going to be worth it for us to go ahead and just eat that extra cost for breakfast, and it's going to be worth it in the end because we get to take our godson with us, and we're still going to Disneyland. So, like, just kind of plan your trip out, guys. It's going to be super easy and super fun. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please give me your thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. It is free to you guys to subscribe to my channel. And I'm going to be on top of it, guys. I'm going to be giving you guys a new video every single Friday, so I could get on top of my game and quit slacking, because I've been slacking off. It's been kind of crazy here, but I'm going to get back on it and give you guys a new video every single Friday. If you like more videos like this, please let me know down below in the comments. And don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you guys don't miss another video. So thanks for watching. Brittany Dawn here, over and out. Peace.